Marlboro, New Jersey is known for its quiet neighborhoods, access to amenities, and active adult communities. On today's video, we're going to be checking out two of them located in Marlboro Greens and Greenbriar. But before we get started, if it is your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. And on the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you're the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get this video started. Marlboro Greens is going to be located in the more northern part of Marlboro, directly off of Route 9. So it's in a pretty solid location in terms of if, let's just say, you want to commute to work still. Just because you enter into a 55 plus community doesn't mean necessarily that you are done working. The average retirement age here in the US is easily over 60, 65. So there's a good chance you still might be going into New York City, for instance. So if you want to, there are a couple commuting options that you have. One will be driving yourself. So being off of Route 9, you just take this up to the Garden State Parkway, New Jersey Turnpike, and then you'll be able to get into New York City depending on where you have to go from there. The Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway will both be toll roads, whereas Route 9 is not going to be. Then if you want to take the train or drive yourself or take the bus, there are a couple options. First, if you want to take the train, there's not going to be one located in Marlboro, but you can head up north into South Amboy, and then from there it's about a 15-minute drive into Penn Station. The other option would be taking the bus. And with this one, you have a couple of different ones you can do. There's plenty of different stops up and down Route 9 if you want to. The easiest, in my opinion, because you're very close in proximity, will be going over to Union Hill Road, and there's a parking ride from there. So you buy a parking pass, leave your car, bus will take you into Port Authority from there. That's probably going to be your best bet, in my opinion. I think they also have a stop that brings you into Wall Street, so if you have to go to either one of them, that's also a possibility as well. There's quite a few different units that you can find here in Marlboro Greens. As you can see behind me, you're going to have some that are going to be 1 or 2 levels, so like a townhome style or just a single level condo. And then even some of them will come with a loft, 1 to 2 beds, and that's basically like your typical unit over here. Price point wise, depending on which model you obviously get. So if you get the smaller 1-bedroom, you're going to be looking maybe in that 250 to high 300s if it's fully updated range, and then if you go to the biggest model, you can go upwards of 450. So a little bit of a range on that one, but still pretty affordable, especially for retiring here in New Jersey. And then being that you have a condos and townhomes, you're going to have a low maintenance lifestyle, so they're going to take care of the landscaping and snow removal. There'll be some trash areas for you, and just so forth. So it is $372 a month, which is a little bit expensive for an HOA, especially for a 55 plus community, but a lot comes with it. So you're going to get a pool, there's tennis courts, bocce ball, fitness center, different activities just to stay active. So a lot does go with living in Marlboro Greens. In terms of access to amenities, I kind of mentioned that in the intro a little bit. Being located off of Route 9 is a great spot for this community to be situated in. So you have pretty much every shop you possibly imagine within a 10 to 15 minute radius. And you can even dip into Manalapan, and if you have to go all the way to the Freehold Mall, that's not too far either. So you really have unlimited amount of stores. So if you want to go to a food store, Marlboro itself has Whole Foods or ShopRite. If you need to fix something in your unit, there's a Home Depot not too far away. Costco is going to be the more northern part of Marlboro too. This is gonna be 10 minutes. So overall, you have so much on this roadway. It's like I could just sit here and just name it all for you, but realistically, if you need anything, you are very close. We're at our second subdivision of the day, and that's going to be Greenbriar. In terms of location, it's going to be more situated in the center part or the middle of Marlboro versus the last complex we just saw in the more northwestern part. It's still going to border a decent amount with Manalapan, so you're not far away from that at all, but just in general, it's just a little bit different. You're sandwiched kind of between Route 9 and Route 18 versus being directly off of Route 9. So when it comes to commuting, I wouldn't say I'd change much about the other versus what you would do in Marlboro Greens. If you're driving yourself, you do have the option to take 18 because you are somewhat close to it, but realistically at that point, I'd probably just hop on 9 and take that straight up as well. Same thing for the train. And then bus routes, you have 2 different parking rides you can go to. The one we mentioned with Union Hill up north, or if you want to go a little farther east, you have one off of School Road West, and they're both gonna get you to the same location. The only difference would be that the Academy bus, to my knowledge at least, doesn't go to the School Road West one. So if you have to get to the Wall Street district, you'd be better off going to Union Hill and taking the one from there. Now, getting into Greenbriar development, if you hear the name before, there are going to be plenty of different locations in other parts of Jersey. I know there's a couple down by me in Brick. There's going to be maybe more down in Manahawkin area. So if you just hear Greenbriar, it's not just one central one. There's going to be others probably throughout the state. So this one's just going to be the one in Marlboro. For the homes here, obviously it's going to be different than what we were dealing with in Marlboro Greens. And you have some single family homes. Bedroom wise, they go anywhere between 2 and all the way up to 4 beds, so you do have a lot of space compared to maybe the Marlboro Green location, where you're just going to have maybe the 1-level condos or 1-bedroom condos. So there's a pretty big difference in that. Price point wise, obviously going to be increased from the other one, whereas this one's will start at about $450, and that's probably one that still needs a little bit of TLC to it, and they'll go as high as about $720 was the biggest one. What I will say with the price range though is I'm currently on Lakeview Road, and there are going to be some homes with a water view. There's going to be a lake, you know, ironically with the same name of the street, Lakeview, but that's also going to be built into the price points too. So if you find one on the lakeside, brand new, renovated, one of the bigger models, then obviously yes, you're going to be more close to that $700 price point. For the HOA, it's actually only going to be $220 a month, and it will provide pretty much all the exact same things as Marlboro Green does. You have a fitness center, outdoor pool, bocce ball, tennis courts, and that kind of thing, clubhouse access. I will say though, probably I wasn't able to confirm with the HOA because it's a weekend. I couldn't get in touch with them, but I will say the reason it's probably so much cheaper is these are single family homes versus condos and townhomes. So whereas the Marlboro Greens development probably takes care of all the exterior maintenance, including the roofs. Since these are single families, you're more likely responsible for that yourself, and that's probably why they drop in the price point. Looking into the amenities, I would say the best location or the best spot to be going back to is going to be Route 9. You are a little bit more southern than you are north in this area, so you will be bordering closer with the Manalapan area. I would probably head there for most of the things I would need personally. So you're going to have like a Wegmans, a Target, a Marshalls, some big stores like that. Wegmans is awesome, by the way, if you haven't been there. Highly recommend checking them out. DeFrio Raceway Mall is only going to be about 10, maybe max 15 minutes away. They have 200 stores over there, so that's probably where I would do the majority of my shopping at if I lived in this location versus going up north into Marlboro. Not saying it's not impossible. If you want to go into Whole Foods, you can. Costco, it's very, that's not out of this realm, but I'm more of a convenience kind of guy, and for me that 10 to 15 minute drive is just way nicer. Wrapping up the difference between the two communities, obviously price point is going to be one of them. So if you want a more budget-friendly option, Marlboro Greens is definitely going to be better for you, being everything that is between about $250,000 to $450,000 versus Marlboro or Greenbriar going to be starting at $450 and going all the way up into that $700 range. So if that's the big difference for you, otherwise everything else is relatively pretty similar. The amenities on Route 9 are going to be there for you. The commute to work won't be much different if you're still going into New York City. So overall, price point wise might be the difference, or if you want more space in a single family versus being in an attached unit with a condo or townhome. If you are looking to move to the Marlboro area or one of these two communities, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is down low in the comments and description, so whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year out, doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out 2 videos pop up and hopefully help out a bit too. Have a great day.